and welcome to Summit Centers for School Age Development Before and After School Program. My name is Michelle Russell. I am the Center for School Age Development Coordinator, and along with me today is Faith Dietrich, the CSD Manager. And both of us are going to give a brief overview of what you can expect this school year for our before and after school programs. But first, let's meet our head teachers. In Selinsgrove, at the Selinsgrove Intermediate School, we'll have Ray DeSmith. At the elementary school, we'll have Becky Namit. At Indian Valley, we'll have Crystal Mann. Overseeing our Mifflinburg program this school year will be Patty Bingaman. Welcome back, Joy. She'll be overseeing the Turbitville program, and new to our CSD head teacher, Aubrey Wagner. And we are still in the process of hiring head teachers for our Lewistown program. So let me give you a little bit of information of where our programs are located, what types of care we offer at each program, and the start dates of school. First is Indian Valley. We'll be at the Indian Valley Elementary School beginning September 7th. Program is located in the cafeteria. You can drop off and pick up behind the school down the set of steps at the glass double doors. And at this program, we offer before, after, half and full days, and 2 and 3 hour delays. At the Mifflinburg Intermediate program, our first day of school will be August 18th. We are also located in the cafeteria. Drop off and pick up is located at the side parking lot near the playground at the side glass double doors. We also offer before, after, half and full days, and 2 3 hour delays. In Selinsgrove, we'll be at the Selinsgrove Intermediate School beginning August 25th, located in the cafeteria. You can drop off and pick up at the back of the school at the glass double doors. We also offer before, after, half and full days, and 2 3 hour delays. But please note, the Selinsgrove Intermediate Before School program is combined with the Selinsgrove Elementary program and held at the Selinsgrove Elementary School in the morning. With Selinsgrove Elementary, we start August 25th. Program is located in the cafeteria. Drop off and pickup is at the front door entrance. Type of care there, before, after, half and full days, and also 2 3 hour delays. Turbitville Elementary will be there beginning August 26th, located in the blue room. And the drop off and pickup will be at door number 9 at the blue room. And types of care there currently is after school, but we will, as we go forward, depending on the needs of our children and families, we might offer half days. Well, we would offer half days, but full days over vacations and schools out days. We'll also be at the Lewistown Elementary School beginning September 7th. Program there located in the cafeteria. You can drop off, pick up at the playground glass doors. Types of care, before, after, half and full days, and 2 3 hour delays. And last, White Deer Elementary, beginning August 19th, located in the cafeteria. You can drop off and pick up at the cafeteria. There's a glass set of doors right off a small parking lot. And again, just like Turbitville, we would offer after school, but depending on the needs of our families, we might offer some full days and service days over the holidays. But both Turbitville and White Deer, we will offer half days of school. Also, please note with our delays and full days off, always pay attention to what the sign-up sheets look like coming out to your programs about 2 weeks ahead of time. We put these sign-out sheets out to see what our attendance might look like. And we also note where the care will be offered that day. Sometimes we combine our programs and offer at one site and combine all the children together in different locations. Sometimes we need to be at our Children's Center, at Lewistown Children's Center, Susquehanna Children's Center, and Mifflinburg Children's Center. So just pay close attention to where the location of care will be offered that day. Now I'm going to hand it off to Faith, and she's going to talk about what's happening this school year.
Hello. All of our sites have monthly themes that our teachers work on ahead of time to provide STEM opportunities, social emotional learning, workforce readiness skills, and then we offer homework support. We offer a safe and supportive supervised environment, outdoor and indoor recreational play. At our before and after school programs, we offer breakfast and snack that's included with your fees. And every site has a makerspace that the kids can utilize to work on science projects, and a place for the kids to just be kids. Our typical schedule, the kids arrive after the bell rings at our after school program. The kids are greeted by friendly staff and they're ready to start their afternoon with the students. They drop off their backpacks. They have free choice picking from toys or activities that the staff have ready for them. And they can start working on their homework. And then the parents pick them up for the day. At our before school program, they're dropped off before the bell rings, and then they have the same opportunities of free choice, enrichment activity, breakfast, and then they are dismissed to their day.
So with any program, we have a set of rules and expectations to be sure that our children and staff are safe at our program. So while at Summit, we would like students to be responsible and respectful, to be accountable for their actions, be a team player, help others, clean up after themselves, and have good listening ears, and just have a good attitude. Try the new activities that the staff work on and create for our program and work together. We have electronic and cell phone policy in place to ensure that things are safe for the kids and our staff. We will allow and encourage electronics for enriching and enhancing learning. So a school-issued iPad, a laptop, or any other educational devices, we allow for academic and homework support. But we do ask that all cellular telephones or any other communication device is prohibited during the CSD program hours. If it becomes an issue, we will reach out first to the child and try to talk that situation through. We will also have a basket or a box that the students can put their cell phones in when they come in, so they're not encouraged to use them. And we also might just ask them not to bring them into the program. We have plenty of equipment and activities happening for the children every single day. So we discourage any toys from home in the program, any special toys that, you know, they like to play with at home. Just please keep them at home, but there might be a special toy day or a day to share, and the teacher will be providing information going forward on any of those types of days that they would be able to bring something in and share. If there is an issue, a challenging issue with our students, staff will work with that child one-on-one, document the issue, the concern, talk with the parent and the child. We'll come up with a behavior plan if necessary, but there will also be some behavioral consequences that they might be asked to sit out and from participating in an activity, or lose a game, or not be able to play with a group of friends. Hopefully we don't get to where we need to do suspension or permanent termination from the program. So please, before your child begins our program, review some of these rules and expectations that keep us all safe at the program. Leave it back to Faith to go over some student responsibilities.
So this next slide, it just talks about the students' responsibilities. Ask them to remember their homework and personal belongings before arriving. A lot of the times the schools don't allow the students to go back into the building once they're in the cafeteria and everyone's dismissed from the classroom. So just having all of the things that they need for their afternoon or to go home is very important. Go directly to the CSD program after school and getting to the program, to the cafeteria as quickly as they can so they can be accounted for and the staff know that they are there for the day. Be respectful and considerate of others and their property. Be respectful and listening to the CSD teachers. Entering the program quickly. Do not leave the CSD area inside or outside without getting permission from the CSD teacher. We just always need to know where the students are at all times. So just having the students tell the teacher what they are doing when they need to go somewhere else. Our next slide is about parent responsibilities and what we would like parents to help us have the best program we can have is just to notify the CSD staff if they are not going to be in care on their regular scheduled day, and to make sure that they contact the district also to allow so the district knows that they will not be coming to our program either. Informing CSD promptly when they change the address, job, phone number, pickup information, a family situation, just keeping us informed in anything that involves your student that would impact the program or your child's attendance or involvement in the program. Provide a copy of your child's individual education plan so that we can be prepared and ready to give the best care that we can to your student. Support the CSD in seeking consistent aid support throughout the school day and after school. Do not bring any firearms or any harmful objects into the building. Park at the designated space or area when dropping off and picking up. Respect and trust in our care for your student. Ask questions, problem solve, respect with each other and each teacher. Frequently check mailboxes for important information, read program information and ask questions as needed, provide custody orders as needed, complete the student background information sheet and questions designed to help staff provide the best care for your student.
So a little bit of some general information. We ask that, especially at the beginning of the school year, if a teacher doesn't recognize or you're new to the program, that you have an ID with you. Summit will not allow any child to be picked up unless it is a parent or someone you've designated on the emergency contact or parental consent form, or you've given verbal notice or parent written permission. And any of these ways, we need a photo ID to release the child. Faith talked a little bit earlier about when your child is absent to make sure that you're calling or notifying the CSD program, and Lori will be speaking about this a little bit around the fees associated with this no call policy. So basically, if your child's going to be absent from the regular schedule, if they just didn't attend school that day or they're sick or on vacation, please notify the CSD teacher by a phone call, a text, or through Class Dojo. It's very important that we know if the child's not going to be in attendance that day. We have many, many children to take care of that afternoon. And when we need to follow up on the phone and call parents, it does take away from our supervision of the other children. And so we just ask that you call ahead to notify us if your child will be absent. And like I said, Lori will talk a little bit more about what kind of consequences can happen if you have too many non-notifications of absences. Just make sure that you sign in and sign out. Currently, we are allowing parents to come in and drop off their child and pick their child up. So there will be a parent table or something close by where you enter the facility with a sign-in sheet. You want to put the time that you sign in and the initials. And just make sure that you're doing that every day. I'll give it back to Faith.
So this slide just gives you a little bit more information of how to stay connected with our program, so everyone is on the same page about any monthly themes, about any maybe upcoming special days, any change in location, any snow days, holidays that are coming up. All of that information will be put onto this platform. Our programs all use Class Dojo. I think a lot of school districts do also. So you would just get connected to your Class Dojo. Each program has a site cell phone. You can text and call that and leave any kind of message or text message for the staff to stay connected, and they can also text and call you back on that. Each site will have a parent board that will just have information on, and they'll post information on there or on the clipboard when you sign in or sign out. And then each site has each child has a site mailbox that we just put anything maybe from the office into the mailbox, or any art projects or anything that the kids have done. There's a mailbox at each site with the kids' names that we put any information in. If you have any further questions or concerns, please reach out to CSD management and refer to the CSD handbook for more detailed information.
So we hope that you found this information important, and it gives you a brief overview of what to expect this school year. And now we will have Kathy Adams-Funk talk a little bit about the enrollment process and what to expect with that.
Hello, and welcome to orientation for before and after school care. My name is Kathy Adams-Funk, and I'm the enrollment coordinator for Summit Early Learning. And I'm going to be showing you a series of slides that will have some information pertinent to your child's enrollment. Here's some information on when to contact enrollment. If you want to add a day to your child's attendance, or if you want to drop a day from your child's attendance, if you need to adjust your drop-off or pickup hours, questions regarding contracted days, and if you need guidance on where to direct your questions. If you have questions about tuition fees or payments, you can contact the fiscal staff. We have 2 locations for that, one in Snyder and Union County. That would be Lori Wagner, and she's located at the Lewisburg Children's Center. And in Mifflin County, we have Natalie Payne, and she's located at the Lewistown Children's Center. The enrollment specialist will help answer your questions about enrollment. Here's their contact information as well. For Lewistown and Indian Valley Elementary Schools, Angela Beatty is the enrollment specialist. And for Turbertville and White Deer Elementary Schools, Christy Whitmer is the enrollment specialist there. Just a note that there's been some changes to the assignments for enrollment specialists. Christy used to be at the Selinsgrove Children's Center, and she's now at Lewisburg. So she's also taking care of that Turbertville and White Deer area. For Selinsgrove Elementary School, we have a new enrollment specialist. Her name is Allison Leonard. Listed is her contact information below her name there. And also at Mifflinburg Intermediate School, Tasha Roberts is the enrollment specialist there. And just a note that Tasha was previously at the Lewisburg Center. Other ways to contact enrollment are that you could contact myself at my email address listed on the screen, or I have my phone number there as well. Or you can also contact enrollment through email at enrollment@summitel.org. So please feel free to contact us to help you out in any way that we can. And also thank you for choosing Summit Early Learning for your childcare needs.
Hello, everyone. I am Holly Lehman, the health coordinator at Summit Early Learning. I'm a registered nurse, and I help to coordinate health services for CSD and all programs at Summit. My office is located at Central Office in Mifflinburg, and my contact information is on this slide. We have 3 agency nurses that are located in each of our counties. Michelle Hill is in Union County. Her office is at the Lewisburg Children's Center, and her work, cell phone, and other contact information is included on the slide. Christina Hayes is our Mifflin County nurse. Her office is located in the Mifflin County office. And Amber Edison is our Snyder County nurse, and she is located at the central office in Mifflinburg. If your child is ill, please do not send to the classroom. This has been especially important with the COVID pandemic, and we will be calling for you to pick up your child if they are ill. These bullets show a few instances when you should not send your child to school. If they have a temperature of 100, they must be fever-free for 24 hours without the use of fever-reducing medicine before returning. If they have diarrhea associated with illness more than twice a day, if they have vomiting more than once a day, rash with behavior changes or a fever, difficulty breathing with severe pain or convulsions, loss of balance, muscle control, or vision disturbance, scabies, strep throat, and an impetigo until treatment has begun. If they have injuries or illnesses that prevent the child from participating in program activities, if they have the inability to practice or participate in the daily routines. If your child is able to be in school and cannot be outdoors due to mild illness, please make other arrangements for alternative care. And children may return to class when above conditions no longer exist after appropriate treatment has begun or the child's physician gives permission. We all know that injuries can happen anywhere where children are active. If an injury does occur, staff will administer basic first aid for minor injuries such as small bumps, scrapes, and cuts. Staff will notify parents of minor accidents through the use of a boo-boo report. In case of a major injury, staff will call 911 immediately, notify the parent or next person listed on the parental consent form, request the parent listed or person meet the child at the hospital. Please keep emergency contacts info up to date at all times. If your child has surgery or an injury that may require restrictions or special instructions, we need a doctor's note to make sure your child can safely return and if reasonable accommodations are needed while attending class. So medications, the best and safest place for your child to be given medications is at home. We ask that you please do your best to arrange the medication to be given at home if possible. If that is not possible, you will need to call the agency nurse for your county to make arrangements for the necessary paperwork. Medication forms will need completed and signed by your doctor and by you to give permission for medication administration. The required medication paperwork includes antibiotics and over-the-counter medications such as Tylenol, Motrin, medicated creams. Medication administration information and consent forms are on our website that you can access. The medication must be in the original pharmacy label container. The nurses or designated staff will meet with you to accept the medication. Teachers and bus drivers are not permitted to accept medications. Nurses will review and approve medication paperwork before any medications can be administered to your child. Medication paperwork is valid for 1 year after the date, and new updated paperwork will be needed to be completed by the doctor and by you. For controlled type medication, the parent will need to bring in 1 week's worth of medication, and staff will count in the presence of the parent who will be signing the medication log. Children may not carry or administer their own medications at Summit. Sunscreen does not require a doctor's note, but permission for sunscreen to be applied by staff is signed by a parent on the HEMED 2, which is the parental consent form. Summit provides sunscreen that is a broad spectrum lotion, waterproof, and SPF of 15 or above. A parent can provide sunscreen if it meets this criteria. If you have any questions or concerns, please talk with your teacher or your county agency nurse. So there are some health issues that we want to address. So if your child has a medical condition, such as a food allergy, asthma, seizures, diabetes, or other serious health issues, please contact the agency nurse for your county. Additional paperwork may be needed to be completed by a physician to have a plan of care and determine if reasonable accommodations need to be made while your child is attending class. The children do outside activities and go outside, which promotes health benefits and also another opportunity for learning in a different environment. This slide shows a few general guidelines that we follow and consider when children go outside. So our last topic for health is one that was added on this year, and I'm sure everyone would like not to have to talk about. It's COVID. Although things have improved, we still have a few guidelines in place. We follow the PA Department of Health and CDC guidelines. Mask wearing will be determined per current CDC and Department of Health guidelines and also school district policies. If your child has symptoms of COVID and is getting tested, test positive for COVID, was a close contact to someone that tested positive, or a household member is getting tested, please notify your teacher and do not send to class. The agency nurse may be contacting you for more information and instructions. If a child or staff is COVID positive and had close contact with your child, you will receive a call concerning quarantine, possible site closures, and return date. There's more summit-related COVID information and resources located on our website under the COVID-19 tab. And now I'm going to turn it over to Deb Field, who's our nutrition coordinator.
Hi, everyone. As Holly said, I'm the nutrition coordinator for Summit. Meal service here at Summit, we participate in the CACFP program, which is the Child and Adult Care Food Program, which is federally funded by the United States Department of Agriculture. CACFP follows the U.S. Dietary Food Guidelines. We offer nutritious breakfast and a light afternoon snack. Monthly menus are provided to parents at each site. We ask all families at enrollment to complete a CACFP income eligibility food application and then once annually. Each completed eligibility form allows us to claim meal reimbursement, which helps provide the meals and snacks served to children at our childcare sites. Meal service. During COVID, meals are pre-plated and beverages are poured by Summit staff. When we are allowed to return to normal, meals will be served family-style service, which will allow children to serve themselves from communal bowls and platters using portion measuring spoons and cups. Children sit together to share their meal or snack with friends and staff. Staff actively encourage children to try foods and beverages. Food is never used as a reward or a punishment. Children are offered water during play at snack and offered as a second beverage at meals after serving milk at meals and snacks. We do not allow outside food into our Summit locations. Milk substitutions. We offer milk substitutions for children who cannot drink cow's milk. Per CACFP guidelines, milk substitutions must be equivalent to cow's milk. Listed below are some of the allowable milk substitutions. Actually, there are only 3. Original soy milk, unflavored, lactate milk, unflavored, and lactose-free milk, which is unflavored. Parents must complete a parent request for milk substitution form, which is the HEMED 40. This form is valid until the parent notifies us otherwise. If a child is unable to drink cow's milk due to a disability or special dietary need, a food allergy care plan, which is a HEMED 30, must be completed and signed by a licensed medical authority. Special diets. Summit makes every effort to accommodate children's special dietary needs. When a child requires a special diet, we want to ensure we have all the specific information so we can serve the child safely and according to CACFP guidelines. A food allergy care plan, which is the HEMED 39, will need to be completed and signed by a licensed medical authority. The form must list the disability or life-threatening food allergy, a medical condition or food allergy, a special dietary need or food accommodation, and it must also list the foods to be omitted or avoided, and it must also list the appropriate food substitutions or modifications. We hope you all have a great school year, and next up, I'm introducing Lori Wagner, Fiscal Assistant.
Hello, we'd like to take a few minutes and introduce you to your fiscal contacts for this year and go over just a few things fiscally related. So we have Natalie Payne. She is our fiscal manager for Mifflin County. Her contact information is shown on the screen. Lori Wagner is our fiscal assistant for Snyder and Union counties. Her contact information is there as well. Please feel free at any time this year to reach out to either one of us if you have questions regarding your tuition, billing, etc. We'd be happy to help. There are 3 payment options for your CSD tuition. The first is our automatic withdrawal system, otherwise known as ACH. That is conveniently withdrawn at the beginning of each week from your checking or savings account. There is a form in your enrollment packet that we will need completed in order to set this up, or feel free to reach out to us for that form at any time. We can set that up at any time throughout the year. You can also pay by check or money order. We only accept check or money orders at our centers and our central office. Those locations are listed there on your screen. We do not accept any payments at the CSD sites, so you will not be able to give your tuition payments to the teachers at those sites. There are fee boxes inside each of the centers where you can drop your payment off if you're paying by check or money order, or at the central office, just give your payment to whoever is at the front desk there. We accept cash payments at 3 locations: our Lewistown Center, our Lewisburg Center, or our central office. Those are the only 3 places you would be able to pay by cash, but you are able to pay by cash at those places. Once your slot in CSD is confirmed for this year, we will ask you to pay a deposit. That deposit will be equal to 1 week's tuition or equal to 1 week's copay if you are ELRC funded. If your child is currently enrolled with us, you will not need to pay a deposit. We will carry forward their child care deposit. We return your deposit to you and apply it to the last week of care if you provide a 7-day notice of your child's last day. So if you make sure to give us that notice when they're ready to withdraw, we will apply your deposit toward your tuition that last week. We have a pretty strict no-call policy for the safety of the kids. It's very important that we receive notification at the CSD program to let us know about an absence before the program begins. We will send you a warning letter the first time a call is not received. If we do not receive notification of subsequent absences, the following penalties will occur. There will be a $10 fee for the second and third occurrences that we are not notified. The 4th, 5th, and 6th occurrences will result in a 2-day suspension of services. And at the 7th occurrence of lack of notification of absence may result in termination of CSD services. Just a minute to talk about the flat versus blended rates. The biggest difference between the flat and blended rates are the whether or not you would be guaranteed care on days school is closed. Those Act 80 days, snow days, holidays, school vacations. If you feel like you will need care all day on those closed days, you may want to consider contracting at our blended rate. If you have any questions as you're trying to make your decision between flat and blended rate, please reach out to enrollment or to Natalie and I. We would be happy to go over what the cost of each would be in your particular situation. 2 notes, at our Turbertville and White Deer Elementary programs, only flat rates are available. We are not able to offer full day care on closed days there, so you would be contracted at the flat rate at those locations. And if you are funded through the ELRC, you are considered blended, so you would have care on those closed days. A few more notes. It is Summit's tuition policy that our families are charged for holidays. Please remember, if you're paying by check or money order or cash, to include the days we are closed in your payments, or if you are using our automatic withdrawal program, please anticipate them to be included in that withdrawal. If you need statements at any time for any reason, an example is dependent care plans, please reach out to Natalie or Lori. We'll help you set that up. Changes are very common in CSD, especially when winter months arrive. If you use automatic withdrawal for your payments, please expect the adjustments to be made a week or 2 after the changes occur. Once we receive and review the attendance sheets, we make any adjustments that are needed based on closed days, etc., and then we will adjust your payment the following week. If you receive funding from the ELRC, please remember that we are required, according to our contract with them, to follow their regulations for collecting copays, reporting absences, etc. Please make sure you understand their policies and don't hesitate to reach out to them or to us if you have any questions. Thank you. We really look forward to working with you this year.